Hello, my name is James Jones. I am the Division Chief at OTD Fort Sill, Patriot Radar Division Chief. And the reason that I'd like to speak to you this evening is I was given a task to do some refresher training. Now, this training is mainly for the civilians and military instructors who work at the organization and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that you will be able to find something that everybody that works in the organization can take out of this. So, first thing I'd like to talk about is the definition of an inclusive organization and stuff. So, what does that mean? So, really, in order to have an inclusive organization, that means your organization is going to be filled with different people, different views, different religions. Different backgrounds, different ethnicities, whatever. Okay, that is paramount for your organization to be successful. You have to have different perspectives in order to have a successful organization. It's as simple as that, and that's what we want to do at all training organizations and stuff. Is to be inclusive with everyone and stuff. Now, within these organizations, you have leaders and managers. Some people are leaders and managers. They're not separated. So one of the things that you really need to know, depending on which role you serve and stuff, is what's the difference. Okay, in my opinion, and everybody that's in the military has heard this, the role of a leader is someone who provides purpose, motivation, and direction. Okay, to whoever that they're the leader over. The role of a manager, on the other hand, is someone that's able to organize resources or keep resources available for those people to use inside the organization. That's the main difference. Now, being an instructor inside the organization and stuff, a lot of times you're dual-headed, and you'll have to be able to do both of those at the same time. So how can you do that? Well, it's simple. Hey, I'm going to use this a lot throughout this video and stuff. I'm going to say two things. One of them is teamwork, and the other one is going to be respect. Okay, so you're going to hear that a lot throughout this video session. So working as a team inside an organization is paramount. You have to be able to work together, get along together. You don't necessarily have to like the person that you're working with, because many of us don't. Okay. However, you have to be able to get the mission done. The mission is utmost of the utmost importance, and you have to be able to do that. And you're gonna have to leave some of that baggage or the animosity behind when you're doing it and stuff. If you are a leader inside an organization, you're going to be expected to do that. You're going to be expected to make others motivated to want to do their job. And the best way to do that is for them to see you, that you're big enough and can put some of that stuff behind you and stuff. Leading by example. Everybody has heard that. Okay? So make sure that you try to do that, and you lead by example within your organization. Okay, some of the things that I really want to talk about in this video outside of that is inside most trade op organizations, for instance, and stuff, there is a mixture of civilians and military personnel. So sometimes I've been in organizations where they get along great. I've been in organizations where they don't get along so well. But the bottom line is, it comes down to this. What do you need to accomplish the mission? Well, simple. You need both. You need that military person who is probably more up on recent changes or whatever to doctrine. A lot of them are coming out of organizations and stuff, FORSCOM organizations, for instance, and stuff. So they've already been in the field. They know what's going on in present time. Civilians, on the other hand, they are more what we call the continuity of an organization, meaning that military, they come and go, usually every 2 to 3 years they come and go, but who's going to be there to make sure that bridge is gapped when they leave and somebody else comes in? That's the civilian. or civilian instructors in this case and stuff. So they are there. They have a great wealth of knowledge. For most of them have already been in the military for umpteen number of years themselves. A lot of them have retired, then came back to decide they want to work on civil service. But they are part of the Army organization and stuff. The military, of course, is the part of the Army organization. They have to coexist. There's no way around it and stuff. Now, sometimes there's issues where disagreements, arguments, whatever. Again, going back to what I was saying before, everybody's not going to be able to coexist or like each other, but they do have to be able to accomplish the mission together. Okay. And having said that, there are ways that you can do this. Again, I'm going to go back to the word that I used earlier: respect. Even if you don't particularly like a person or whatever in the organization, you need to have respect for what they do. You need to have respect for what they bring to the fight. That's the main thing that you need to think about when you're doing it, because ultimately it's not about you or another person. Ultimately, it's about serving that customer, and that customer is that young soldier. That's who that is. Okay, so that's what you have to keep in mind when you're out there and you're having like disagreements and issues or something with each other and stuff. But remember, respect, teamwork. You don't necessarily have to go hang out after work and stuff, or go catch a beer together and stuff. But at work, you need to let those young soldiers see that you are professional and you're going to act as such. Okay. Now that brings me into student-instructor relations and stuff. Everybody's probably heard some story somewhere down the line, especially if you've been around training organizations and stuff, where students and instructors, for whatever reason and stuff, probably there's been some type of trouble and stuff they got in, whether it be of an explicit sexual nature or harassment or whatever and stuff. But again, I'm going to use this word again: respect. Respect is a two-way street. So you should be able to go inside the classroom. If you're an instructor inside the classroom, if you're an NCO, if you are a DA civilian inside the classroom, you should know what your role is, and you should know what the role of that student is. Okay? I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. These students are not your friends. Think of it almost like as being a parent for a day or whatever, for 8 hours that day. But they're not your friends. You are there to guide them. They are there to learn. Vice versa. Some of these students will come to you and they will have legitimate problems. And again, being a human being is oftentimes easier to try to deal with that problem one-on-one with the student and stuff. Sometimes that may seem like a good idea. And again, that's something that you want to do as a human being, is to try to help somebody and stuff. But just be mindful that while you're doing that and stuff, always ensure that student has a battle buddy with them when you're talking to them. If they want to talk in private, it's often a good idea for you to have another person with you also, just to make sure that everybody is safe in that regards. Also inside the classrooms and stuff, when you're talking to student, again, respect the student. If they don't respect you and stuff, then there's ways to handle that. But 99% of the time, when you show respect, you will receive respect. And again, I'm going to say that a lot in this video and stuff. Other things that you shouldn't be doing with students and stuff, and everybody has had to sign the paperwork and stuff stating what is inappropriate to do with students. Again, don't gamble with them. Don't lend them money. Just don't. Okay, there's certain things that you cannot do with these students and stuff. So, and because the bottom line is this, and it's a harsh truth. is if you get caught up in something like that, you are guilty until proven innocent, not the other way around. I have seen this many times in my career, and I don't wish it on anybody. So again, it's very preventable. It's almost like getting hit by a train. If you're not on the train track, you can't get hit by a train. Okay, so it's very preventable. So again, if you're new to an organization, or you're new in TRADOC, or you're new to the position of teaching or whatever stuff, make sure that you understand the rules of the road prior to you stepping foot in front of those students and stuff, and training. Okay. I'm not going to really say much else about that and stuff, but again, it's a common sense rule, but as we all know, common sense isn't common all the time. Okay, sexual harassment. That kind of goes back to a little bit about what I was saying about the instructor relations. Okay, the reason that we continue to have SHARP classes to this day is because somebody out there is still not doing the right thing. They're not. There's always that smart person that thinks that they can get around the system. It won't happen to me. They'll never catch me, whatever and stuff, right? You're going to get caught. Okay? Much like drinking and driving, you're going to get caught. Do not, under any circumstances, harass students, your fellow workers, whoever. That right there is something that should never even come on your radar and stuff. Is the prospect of sexual harassment. Nor should you be the victim of sexual harassment. Two-way street again. If somebody or you perceive someone to be sexually harassing you, you need to let them know. And if that doesn't work, then you bring it up to the chain of command. It's simple. That type of stuff can be pervasive in an organization, and it can destroy an organization. So it just does not need to happen at all. Again, every year we get training, extensive training on what not to do. But every year somebody does it anyway and stuff. Don't be the one. Simple as that. Also, while you're working inside these classrooms, or inside the organization, or inside your schools and stuff, be mindful of how you're speaking to students. Okay? Again, back to respect. Respect the student. They should respect you. There's no reason to belittle or downgrade an individual. Even if that individual, if you perceive that individual to not be doing or living up to the standard of doing what they're supposed to be doing, there's still professional ways to talk to them about it. Okay? And you need to be professional. If you are a seasoned DA civilian or a non-commissioned officer and stuff, that should be something that is easy for you to do. Okay? Yeah, it's true. Some of these kids will make you mad. I know that. But there are ways to deal with that without having to resort or get down in the mud with them. So don't do that. Also, when you're talking to these kids and stuff, do not revert back to maybe when you were in their position or whatever and stuff. Okay. I like to call that the battered child syndrome. If it happened to you, well, I'm going to make it happen to somebody else and stuff because I'm in this position now. You shouldn't do that. The best thing to do is, if it did happen to you at one point in time and stuff, how'd that make you feel? Because if it made you feel bad, what do you think is going to make somebody else feel? Okay, break the cycle. Okay, just break the cycle and stuff. Hey, treat people with dignity and respect. Hey, and command dignity and respect back from them. When you're inside in the classroom, do not use derogatory remarks towards students and stuff. You call them soldier by the rank or whatever. Do not start talking to students in a derogatory manner. like they're less than human. Because in my career, I have seen that on several occasions and stuff, and it is something that there's no reason for it at all. So please do not do that. Um, this this of course is no way an all-inclusive video about what all can happen, or how you should act, or how you should treat each other inside your organization and stuff. It's just a quick overview, but I hope that you all, if you have any questions about this and stuff, that you will be able to actually research. If you have questions about anything that I've talked about today, go ahead and research it. All right. This is just something to make you think about your roles inside the organization and stuff. But again, research it. Do some homework on what you should and should not do inside the organization and stuff. And you'll be amazed at some of the things that are available out there and stuff that will help you out as a professional trainer. That's really all I have for now. Thank you all for being so attentive, and hope you have a great day.